Hello and welcome back to Escape from Mars in Space Engineers. And before we start getting into playing and getting on with episode, if you wonder why there hasn't been a lot of episodes, or like the whole reason as to why that is, if you go and watch the first few minutes of They Are Billions, episode number 125, that goes into more detail as to why there hasn't been any uploads for a while now. And the short version is that personal life, personal health, like private life has gotten in the way, so I haven't really been able to record. So that's the short version. So on with the episode. In the previous episode, I talked about doing a lot of the preps and stuff off camera. Yeah, I haven't done that. And I don't feel like doing that. So we're going to have to do all of that on camera, which means it's going to take a little bit more time. But I think it's fine. What I would start to do is, I think my priority right now is actually to see if I can basically make all the preps I can around here to make it as accessible and easy for transfer as it can be. I think this is going to be what I want to do. Do a right click to cut away as much of the terrain as possible so we can get out underneath. And maneuver. I wonder if this is loud. Not sure. I'm going to check. I'm going to check once this episode is over and see if it's overly loud. Because if it is, I'm going to turn it down. And I think it is. I think it is. See a lot, but Oh. Let's see if we can get out of here without smacking into anything around us. Have to be careful so we don't disconnect that landing gear, because that's what's keeping everything in place. It would be rather unfortunate if... Oops. That connection got removed. Whoop. So let's see if we can move back a bit and take a peek. Yeah, it's fairly roomy down there now. Now we need to go this way. Whoop, 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 whoop. Careful. Yeah, if we can make that divot like the size of a hole all the way, should be fine. Now the convoy arrived safely. Good for you, G-Corp. Now, I'm not going to do any more like convoy hunting. I have done that already, so unless I need like certain components, I'm not going to try to hunt for them just for the sake of hunting and such. Don't really feel like that's reasonable. Crashing into things, that's just the way it... I think the way you're supposed to fly in Space Engineers, that's just about as much control and vision I have. Cut a little bit more away from here, but I think I should be... should be fine now. Cut this a little bit more. Oops. Turn off the drill so we can actually see something. Yeah, I think that's...
Tower reports convoy arrived.
I think that's quite good. Actually, decent amount of space. No, actually, we might need to cut this here. Yeah, this part here needs to go away. But otherwise, we should have enough space to get all of these thrusters from underneath there. Okay, good to know. And I think this should be enough. Oops. I have to go over and check and see if I have damaged it at all. But yeah, I think that's actually quite good, and there's probably enough space. Hard to say, to be honest. Might want to cut here a bit more. Just to have a bit more space. On the side where this thruster is actually going to be. So we don't smack it into the train over here. That would be rather unfortunate as we leave. There we go. That should be... Whoops. Come on, roll. Let's get rid of that lump. on this bit of lump. There we go. That should be good enough. Now let's go and put this away. And now we need to start prepping. Inside, so we can actually just cut them loose. There we go. Boom. Now, did I damage anything? Drill's fine. Don't think I damaged anything. You never know. Sometimes you take more damage. You take damage when you think you're not taking damage. Sometimes you should be taking damage. You haven't taken any damage, so yeah, it seems to be all fine. How is good thing I checked. There we go. And let's go in and see what we can do with the grinder. A pink grinder. I think I had a skin on, but never persists, which means I can't be bothered with re-adding it. Interior wall. Yeah, I have so much like interior plate and steel plate and construction components which I can salvage that I don't think I'm going to be low on stuff. At least I don't think so. First, let's see if we can fix this up a bit. Because what I'm going to need to do is make sure that this landing gear stays connected with the rest of the ship at all the time. So when I start cutting stuff over here, I'm going to have to make sure that this stays connected one way or another with the rest of the ship. So I think I'm going to do something like this. Make a line all the way through, which stays connected the whole way through. I think that's going to be the easiest way of doing it. So slow fixing up the armor at times. You can do like this and force it into shape, but it's not perfect. And I need to go over and see so I know where all the connections are going to be, because when blocks are in their damaged state, they can make it look like it's connected in a spot when it's actually not. So need to go through and see so we actually know where all the blocks are connected. Unknown technology.
Low.
Yeah, it's going to stay unknown because we're never going to know it unless we leave the planet. Spoiler alert, but we are moving away. Okay, they're now all exposed. First, let's go and get some energy. Oops. So, yeah, I need to expose more. Oh, all right. Right.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Um.
Inventory full.
Oh. Okay. That's a lot of scrap metal, which I have in my inventory. Get rid of that. move them here just to store the components, because that's the biggest issue actually. Just having space for all the components. And gyroscopes requires a lot of steel plate, so... Right, and I think I picked it all up, yes. But I'm going to have to remove this whole part of the ship, which is why I both want and need to have the other side connected all the way through, because this whole half of the ship is basically going to have to get removed so I can get my ship in here and connect with the landing gear. And another one of you, just to free up some space. And they are connected to that, so that's fine. Or at least should be. There we go. And I also need to remove all of these interior walls.
Tower reports convoy arrived.
And might want to remove this as well, but not... Oh, critical. I should be fine with removing all of this.
Energy low.
Yep. Yep, so there we go. We have successfully... That's connected in multiple places. Good. We have successfully exposed the underside, the undercarriage. And we can now, as the chime make my ears bleed, which hopefully you can't hear, yeah, we can now start to prep for these to be moved. So, and now what I need to do is basically go through and more manually set this up and then clear more for each and every one individually. I might... maybe, just... maybe I want to do a little bit more Oops. One too far.
Energy critical.
Energy critical. Yeah, okay. I'll go deal with my energy and I will do one last bit before we end. At least this episode. And we will then start the next one. So what I'm talking about is removing all of this here from these blocks to be to be let's remove this as well. Just repairing a bit, and yeah, because what I can do now is actually do this. Connect it like that. It will, since this is the part which I have placed, and the thruster should have, or rather I know it has, connections on the side. I can cut all the other stuff away and the thruster will stay in place, and then I can place these nudge blocks wherever I want them. Yeah, I think that's what I should be doing, is at least this one. Just in case. Weld these up. There we go. And I might go through with a ship welder and fix the hydrogen thrusters, which isn't fully built but is damaged. There we go. And this lovely sun, which is going to last not that long, we are going to say would be nice if you liked the video. Maybe even subscribe. Would be super awesome and nice if you did. But with that, we're going to round off here and continue with the building and cutting out the thrusters we are going to whack on that contraption way over there. So for now, as I said, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.